Hi, how's it going, everyone? This email is based on all the resources that you have access to. So I'm going to talk you through a few different apps that you can use, some books, as well as some awesome websites. And I'll also talk about where you can get some suppliers, okay? Because we all want to make up our own like rollerballs and things like that. So yeah, and you need to know where to get all of these things from. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of screen sharing for you so I can show you all the websites, but I also have a list of them all underneath so that you can see where those websites are and get the exact address. So I think I'll start with some of the books that I use. The first one being the one called Modern Essentials. So that is this one here. It's all back to front for you, but yeah. So this is the Modern Essentials book, which is brilliant. So it's got a heap of the chemistry in there, which some people, you know, like me, are interested in. So it's got a heap of the background there, and also it's got information on all of the single oils that you have access to. So yeah, it just gives you a heap of quick facts, some historical uses, some of the ways that you can use the oil for yourself. And the good thing about the book is that it has also got down the bottom here it's got links to like any additional research papers. So this is where people have actually, you know, in labs and that sort of thing, have actually done research on that particular oil, and those findings have been published, which is really cool. So again, that's for the science nerds, or just people who are interested to know what these actual oils are capable of. So yeah, it's a fantastic resource. It also tells you whether you can use it aromatically, topically, or internally. So lots of information there. It's also got all of the, I can find it, all of the blends as well. For instance, like your respiratory blend. So that's your Easy Air oil. So they've got generic names in there. So I have done it in one of my other books, is just some of those sticky dots. I've gone through and just put what the actual doTERRA equivalent name is next to it, just so it's a bit easier to know which oil is which. And it also gives you a breakdown in those blends of what each oil is in it and what that oil is good for. Okay. What else in this book? So it's got a heap of all the skincare, all the supplements in there. It's just got stacks of information in here. It's got usage guides, so you can look up particular ailments, and it will give you a list of oils that are appropriate for that ailment, how to use it, what body systems are affected, and again, it's got all the additional research on there as to why that oil has been recommended for that particular ailment. What else has it got? Clicking through towards the back, and it's got, actually, one of the good things in here is the quick usage guide. So you can look up a particular, sorry, can't see that. You can look up a particular oil down the side, and it is going to tell you whether you can, if you're an adult child or sensitive or pregnant even, whether that oil is going to be appropriate for topical use, for aromatic use, or internal use. So that's, you know, just for a quick reference, just flick open that back page and there it is. So yeah, that's a really good one. Highly recommend getting this book. This book is also the hard copy version of the app that you can download. So the app is by the same name, Modern Essentials. So yeah, you can download that off your iTunes or the Android. I think there's an Android version of it as well. It costs about $10, but you know, it's a fantastic reference just to have in your pocket if you're out and about, or you know, you don't have access to your book or something. You might be traveling. Yeah, just to type in an ailment or an oil even. Yeah, just to have, and it'll come up with a lot of that same information that you'll find in the book. The next book, which is quite similar, and I'll show you where to get all these books from as well a bit later on, is one called The Essential Life. So this book is beautiful. So this could be a coffee table book, honestly. I'll flick open to some of these pages. Like the photographs in here, amazing. So there's one. I'll find Lemon, because that one is a great page. Really, really pretty. It's just so easy to read. So in here it tells you where the oil is extracted from, how it's extracted, the main constituents of that oil, what the top properties of the oil, what blends that particular oil is found in. So lemon is found in the respiratory blend, invigorating blend, cleansing blend, and the metabolic blend. It gives you suggestions what that oil blends well with, say in your diffuser. It also gives you a few little safety tips, so we know that any of the citrus oils, you need to just be careful going out into the sun, so because they're photosensitive. Yeah, so top uses, it gives you the top uses. Oh, this is all back to front, I'm sorry. Yeah, so all the top uses. So for instance, for any congestion that you might have, it's good for cleaning, good for stress, it's quite an uplifting oil. Yeah, so it gives you lots and lots of tips. And again, down the bottom in this tiny fine print, down here, it gives you all of the research papers that have been based around that particular oil. And a few little tips. So I don't know how many of you knew that it takes 45 lemons to produce a 15 ml bottle of the lemon essential oil. That's quite a lot of lemons. So yeah, but yes, it's a beautiful book. The good thing about this book as well is, if you can find it, is it at the front? No, at the back. It gives you a lot of DIY stuff. Okay, so how to use the oils in cooking, that sort of thing. Any homemade cleaning products. So there's lots and lots, amazing. There's lots and lots of information on how to actually use the oils in your day-to-day life. So another great book to have on hand. The third book that I'll talk to you about is one called The Emotions and Essential Oils book. Again, this is a brilliant reference guide. For those of you that are more interested in the emotional side of what the oils can offer support in, oh, look, back to lemon. So lemon's calling out to me today. So lemon is called the oil of focus, and it just gives you a little bit of information about how that oil helps you with your mood and your emotions. It gives you some of the negative emotions that it can combat, and also some of the positive emotions that that particular oil can help promote. So yeah, brilliant resource. So some of you might do a like an intuitive pick, and you might pick up one of these oils and go, why have I chosen that oil? And often if you come to this book and have a bit of a read of the information, you'll go, aha, I get it now. I get why my body is called out for that particular oil. Yeah, so this is the one where I've kind of gone through and put all of the sticky dots. So focus blend is in tune. So I've put all of that stuff, all those dots on there just to make it a bit easier for me to figure out which oil is which. The fourth book, which is really handy for some people in particular, which I don't actually have on hand at the moment, is one called Pregnancy, Birth and Babies by Stephanie Fritz. So that's really good if you're pregnant, if you have young children, and also for your labour. I know a lot of women have used the oils during their labour and have found them amazing. Okay. So that's a really good guide for those of you that are at that stage of life. Okay, so that's all the books. Moving on to, I might do supplies. So I'm going to start some screen sharing. So I'm just going to show you some websites where you can get little supplies like these tiny 1 ml bottles, which are fantastic for giving samples to family, friends, work colleagues, that sort of thing. These fit really nicely in just a normal DL postage letter. So yeah, really handy there. 2 ml. So these are so cute. My girls love these. 2 ml are really good to replace the vials that you will find in the keychain. So that's good to just have out and about, have your oils on hand. So I'll show you where to get all them. I'll show you where to get your books from. Your rollerballs, I'll show you where that you can get all those from. So I'm going to start screen sharing. I want this one. Share screen. Okay, so hopefully you can all see this now. The first website I'm going to show you is one called aromatools.com. So make sure you have it's au.aromatools.com in the search bar, just because then you get the Australian version of the website. And it should say at the top here, Australia. Okay. So this is a great website where you can get a lot of your books from, and also a lot of your sample vials or rollerballs from. So you can go over to here where it says books and media. So you go into your books and brochures, and it says modern essentials. So click on that one. Goodness me, it's being a bit slow today, sorry. So we have our modern essentials book. So that's that one there. So you can get it for about $36 plus postage, which is pretty good. It's a beautiful book, hardcover, and it's just a fantastic resource to have on hand. In here you'll also find your emotions and essential oils books. So I'll go back. Everyone seems to be on here today. All right, where is it gone? I'll go books and media. So yeah, there's like little pocket of editions of the modern essentials as well. So just a really quick reference guide. As you can see, there's stacked heaps of books that you can have. There's like little flip charts, how to use your essential oils. Here it is, emotions and essential oils. So again, that's about $24 plus postage, which is just a brilliant resource to have on hand to figure out why a particular oil might be calling you. Another one that is fantastic is the emotions and essentials oils wheel. So you can look up particular emotions that you might be feeling, and then look at the corresponding oil, or you might want to feel a particular way, and then you can look at that emotion and go, okay, so if I want to feel, uplifted and happy, you need to look at the chia blend, perhaps. So that will help you identify which oils will help you feel what emotion. So heaps of resources on here. Yeah, so many to talk about, really. Okay, I'll go back up. Okay, the next thing I want to show you on this website is the containers, is your glass containers. Goodness me, so slow, sorry. So here's all the vials. So you can get really cute little 1 ml right here. Whoops, 1 ml vials with the rollerball on it. How amazing is that? For about $1 each. So this is your 2 ml sample vials. So you can get them in a pack of 12 for $5. Awesome. Here's your baby 1 ml vials. I love these. These are so cute. Pack of 12 for $6. Yeah. So there's heaps of different resources here. You've got jars if you want to make up like a chest rub or something like that, or put your moisturizer in it and with your essential oils in it. Fantastic for that sort of thing. Glass spray bottles if you want to mix up, say, the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate to clean all your benches with. Okay, so this is a great one. Spray tops if you might have like your your tea tree lavender and frankincense in there for kids if they fall over and graze their knee. So instead of actually rubbing the graze, which might be a bit irritating for it, you can just spray it straight on and just let it absorb in. Some of your rollerballs, some people like clear ones. I personally prefer the amber. for my roller bottles. So ones like this. Okay. So yeah, and everything's really reasonably priced. You can get droppers, you can get serum pumps. This is stacks of options there. So that was the Aromatools website. The next one I want to show you is one called Oil Life, and you can see at the top here you have like a USA Australia option. So just make sure you click Australia, and also just change your currency down here, okay? So you don't get confused with the prices. So the Oil Life website is where you can get the Essential Life book from. So I'll go into books and media to books, and then there it is, the Essential Life. So this one here is a little bit more expensive than the Modern Essentials book, but I just love the look of that one. And also having all the DIY stuff in there is brilliant as well. So the Modern Essentials, perhaps the newer edition might have it, but certainly the edition that I have doesn't have it. So yeah, there's a couple of other little things there. That's where you can get your Essential Life book from. And also you can get more cases and containers and things like that. So it's similar to the Aromatools book as well. Okay, next website. This is where you can start to get some of your like your education, basically. So the first one, of course, is doTERRA.com. So this website here has got all the information about doTERRA as a company, what essential oils are, why doTERRA is so good, which is similar to what would have been in a workshop that you might have gone to. The good thing here is that you have got access to like information on all the single oils, all of the blends, the On Guard products. So for instance, I'll go into the single oils and just show you what it all looks like. So it's got every single oil here. We'll stick with the lemon theme. We'll try and find that one. Oh, next page. There it is. So click on your lemon, and it gives you some of the uses. So it's the top selling essential oil for obvious reasons. It gives you prices. However, I think that these are in the US prices, so just be mindful of that. Primary benefits, descriptions, things like that, where it's extracted from, how to use it, directions for use, any cautions that might exist. So, and there's also some product information pamphlets, and you can get like a presentation image. You can get sometimes some videos as well, which are really interesting to watch if you want to learn more about them. So that's your single oils. Also, come up top again. Oh, here we go. So also it's got information about like the Healing Hands Foundation, any of the humanitarian projects that doTERRA are involved with. So there's heaps of information here, great videos as well to watch. It's so inspiring. It's also got the co-impact sourcing projects and some videos based on all of those projects around. Yeah, so that's the doTERRA website. Brilliant. Oh, hang on. I wanted to show you one more thing. Where is it? I think on the doTERRA blog, go on product. So it's got a heap of DIY stuff. Some people love this. I love the idea of it. I find that I don't often have the time for it. But yeah, have a look in some of these options. It's got the recipes, it's got you know, do-it-yourself things that you can use around the house. Lots and lots of information and inspiration to be found on that blog. Okay, next one is Dr. Axe. So here is draxe.com, and this is what the website looks like. So Dr. Axe, he's like a natural medicine expert. And basically what you'll find on here is just a whole heap of interesting health articles, not just essential oils either. So yeah, but there's just so many other things. So so one of the natural remedies. So it's got 15 geranium oil benefits to healthy skin. 15 of them. Geranium. Just that's one oil. And another one, vetiver oil. So there's lots of information and interesting articles to be found on this website as well. So check that one out, and also have a look on his Facebook page, because he's always putting up lots of interesting stuff there. So have a look around that website. It's a good one. One other website, there's a couple, there's 4 more to go. So Essential Oilpedia. So this is kind of just another electronic version of essential oils. So you can click on essential oils, and it's just got a whole heap of oils here. We'll go basil this time, mix it up a bit. So got a pretty picture of the basil plant, and it just gives you a bit of information and background on the essential oil, some of the properties, applications that you might use the oil for, heaps of information, any precautions, historical uses, lots of stuff. And the good thing about that I really like about this website as well is that it has, I'll go up the top, is it has all these tips and testimonials as well. So if you want to know more about a particular oil, then you can just go on here, say lavender. Everyone loves lavender. Lavender essential oil, and it's going to give you a whole heap of tips and thoughts that people have had whilst using the lavender essential oil. So there's heaps of ways that you can find inspiration on here. So that's essentialoilpedia.com. Again, I'll put all these links in with the information that will come with this email. For those more of the science nut type of people is PubMed. So you can type in a particular oil, say frankincense, and it's going to come up with a whole heap. So 536 just on the frankincense. So yeah, a whole heap of published research papers based on the essential oils and their uses. So what they've found that these essential oils are doing in the lab. So again, so much information. It's insane how much information is out there. So have fun with that one. Okay, aromaticscience.com. So similar to the Essential Oilpedia, you can click on the essential oil, and then let's have a look at bergamot. So it gives you just basic information on the essential oil, and then it's got a whole heap of published research papers and how these particular oils have been used in the lab. So yeah, lots of information to be found there. So you can also search by the constituent type. So that's kind of like the active chemical, not chemical, but the active structure in the oil, which is going to be benefiting you. So you can search it that way, or you can search a particular body system that you might be interested in. So it's up to you how you want to use this website. Okay, last one is Source to You. So what this one is all about is that you can, on the bottom of your what are they called, bottles of oil, there's a code on the bottom, and that's your batch number. So if you click on Quality Report, okay, so I was looking at this last night, and I had a bottle of peppermint, and I think it was this one here. So that's the batch number on the bottom of my peppermint oil, and you just type that in, click Submit. There we go, and this comes up. So this is, So your ID number, you've got your picture of your bottle, and the good thing about this one is it has test results. So you know that all of doTERRA's oils go through multiple third-party testing, just to make sure that there's no impurities, no irregularities, or things that just shouldn't be in there. And if they do find impurities or something like that, they will just ditch that whole batch, because the purity is of utmost importance to doTERRA. And each batch goes through this testing. So this is a chromatogram. So a chromatogram is basically just breaking down all the molecules that you'll find in that essential oil. So you can see that there's a big spike here. And if you look over here, just here, so 47.8. So 47.8 of the essential oil is actually made up of menthol, which makes sense, it's peppermint. So we know that peppermint has that menthol constituent in it, which is what does most of the work of essential oil. And there's all these other little things in here which make up the peppermint essential oil. So if they were to find something abnormal, maybe there was a spike here when there shouldn't be, they'll just ditch that whole batch. Okay, so that's a real peace of mind to know that this is the exact chemical analysis of the essential oil that we are using, and whatever is in there is supposed to be in there. So I love having a look at this sort of thing. And we'll go back. It's a quick little video just breaking down how the science behind all that works, I guess you could say. And just a couple of little highlights of the essential oil. So peppermint also helps alleviate occasional stomach upset, promotes a healthy respiratory function, and again, it's a best-selling favourite of the doTERRA essential oils. Okay, I think that is all of the websites I want to show you for now. So I'll stop sharing my screen. Hello. And so, yeah, some of the apps that we just need to talk about. There's one called doTERRA Daily Drop, which just gives you daily videos on the essential oils and how to use them. So there's a new one each day, which you can look at. There's heaps of videos on there now. I've spoken about the Modern Essentials app. So that's a really great electronic copy of the Modern Essentials book. There's another app called Essential Emotions Reference, I think it is. And that's more of an emotional take on the essential oils rather than a therapeutic take on it. So again, that is a brilliant resource to have if you're feeling a particular emotion and you're not quite sure why. You can look at the app and it will tell you what essential oils you can use to help with that emotion. And then there's another app called Spoil Your Pet. So for those of us with fur babies or feathered babies or scaly babies maybe, yeah, so it gives you a heap of tips on how to use the essential oils for your pet, which is great. So I know a lot of people use tea tree when they're washing their dogs. This gives them a good smell, keeps the fleas away, things like that. So I think that is all I want to show you. So again, I will put a bit of a summary of all these websites along with the email, so you can download that straight to your computer and just have it as a reference for later on. So I hope you have enjoyed that video and that quick view of all the websites that you can have access to broaden your knowledge on how amazing these essential oils are. So I will talk to you all a bit later. Bye.